What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today and I hope it gets even better from watching this video. Today we are doing the biggest reset of your life, okay? You need to get ready because this is gonna be your step-by-step guide / plan for a new beginning for 2025. There's exercises, there's prompts, there's even a template, like everything you might need to step into the new year feeling like you've got that fresh start and the excitement of like a new chapter. You know exactly what you want and you have the confidence to make it happen. This is also the first video of the New Year, New Me series that we do around here. So for the next 2 months, we're gonna be making content like this to help all of us get ready for the new year. So lots of tips about like setting goals, habits, just creating your best life in 2025. And I'm also gonna be sharing like my journey of how I'm resetting and planning and all of that. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Would love for you to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. And you can also check out my social media if you want to see more of my personal life. So as I mentioned, I turned all of these tips, prompts, exercises into a Notion template. And because I am so sweet and nice, it is free. Okay, it's completely free. You can find it in the Notion template gallery, but I'm also gonna have a link to it down below and you can use it with the free version of Notion. So you're welcome. And this video is actually sponsored by Notion, which I feel like is so fitting because I cannot shut up about it. If you guys watch my videos, you know I literally talk about it in almost every single video. It's a bit hard to believe because I'm very type A now, but I used to be a mess, okay? I tried so many methods to try to get my life organized and like put together and nothing ever worked. I could never stick to anything. I tried all the apps, all the planners, the bullet journals, like I've done it all. And the only thing that helped me is Notion. And ever since I found it, I've been the organized girly that I am. It's literally like a second brain to me. So everything that's in here is in there and it gives me so much peace to have everything in one place. My whole schedule is in there, my to-do list, my goals plan for the year, habit tracking, all of my work stuff, literally everything. If Notion has no fans, I am in fact not alive, okay? I am obsessed with it. And if one of your goals for 2025 is to get really like organized and put together, I feel like Notion is the way to go and you can like dip your toe into it by using this free template, see if you like it, see if it's for you, and get all organized. Okay, the yapping session is over. Let me show you the template and the whole guide and walk you through all the prompts, the exercises, the whole plan. So this guide and template is structured into 2 parts. The first one is the reset and the review, and then the second one is your strategic plan. So let me show you a quick overview of the template. So this is just the main page. I'm obviously going to show you everything in detail, but as with everything in Notion, it is completely customizable. You can change the banner, you can change the icon, you can move things around, put a checklist at the top for the way I like to do my reset and the way I would follow this guide, but you can totally do it however you want to. So the first 2 steps are to clear out your physical and your digital space. What I like to do is do like a deep clean, reorganize. This year, I'm even gonna like redecorate a little bit. I basically want my space to feel like it's new. Like I just moved into a new apartment. As a former child who would change their room around 10 billion times, like this gives me a serotonin boost like no other. But you just want to feel like it's clean, it's fresh, you're ready for a new beginning. And then same thing with a digital reset. I basically want to feel like I just got a new computer, a new phone. It is clear, I organize all of my photos, I delete all the screenshots. Do I ever look back on them? Don't be silly, of course not. Do I take a billion of them? Of course. I go through all the screenshots, my notes app. On my computer, I clear out and organize my downloads folder, my desktop, my emails, like everything that you use all the time. And again, we want to feel like things are clear and fresh and ready for a new chapter. Okay, now we're going to open the 2024 at a glance page. This is where you're going to do your actual review. So the first thing that we're going to open is your journaling prompts page. So here you've got a little over 20 journaling prompts to really have like an intense review of the year. This is gonna cover literally every single aspect. So you're gonna write your highlights and accomplishments of the year, your favorite memories, who are the people that were the biggest part of your year. This is one of my favorites. When were you your favorite self this year? So what were you doing? Who were you with when you were being your favorite self? I feel like this gives you a very good insight into what is actually important to you and what you genuinely actually enjoy. Looking at all of this is really gonna help you when you are planning for 2025. I really like this one. What was one action I kept doing that kept me stuck? This one also love. What commitment have I made that I no longer believe in? I don't think I've ever asked that question in my life. What talent or skill do I have that I'm not using or taking advantage of? How did I evolve in 2024? What am I leaving behind? What am I most grateful for? Like, we just want to get a very, very clear view. And obviously you can see all of these prompts in here, and you can answer them by clicking on this little arrow and just writing your answer. And then going back to the previous page, you can continue this review by writing all of your goals that you set at the beginning of the year, and then cross off the ones that you actually accomplished, and then write the habits you've committed to. You can write the trips that you've taken, whether it was to a different country, a little staycation, doesn't matter. I also like to write when I took the trip so I can have a very clear overview. And then you can also write new experiences. So maybe you went to a new concert, or you saw the Northern Lights for the first time, or you went climbing for the first time, like whatever. And then further down is your like career financial little review. So you can just write your milestones and achievements in here. And then you have your financial yearly review. This is a very simple table. So you're just gonna write your income for each month, your expenses, savings, and then you'll calculate the percentage of your income that you've saved. On the bottom, it'll give you the sum of all of these and then the average percentage saved. So you can get a very clear, simple view of your finances. I personally do like a budget every single year, so this is really easy for me to do. But if not, it might be an amazing time for you to get your finances together. And if you do want to do that, I'll link a video down below that will help you get started. It'll guide you to how to start budgeting, how to start saving, where to save, all of it. So I'm gonna link that down below. And then on the bottom is one of my favorite parts. I feel like this gives you such an amazing view of your year. You can basically create your gallery. So this is an example. So let's say you took a New York City trip. So you can write what the memory was. You can choose whether it was a highlight, a milestone, trip, lifestyle, something to do with your loved ones. You can add these if you want to. And then you can choose the month when it happened, and you can even add the date of when you took this trip, for example, and then you paste the photo here. The first photo that you paste here is going to be the one that actually shows up in the gallery, but you can add way more photos on the bottom. So when you open this, you can see your whole trip. Again, really, really cool way to see your whole year. An idea that I had is to also create a little collage of my year and put it as my banner on the top of this page. When I open this page, I literally have the clearest view of 2024. In case you created a vision board at the beginning of 2024, you can paste it here so you can kind of see what happened, what didn't. I'm making a whole video about how to create a vision board that actually works, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And then the last part of the review and reset portion is the Wheel of Life. And if you guys don't know, this is literally one of my favorite exercises ever. Whenever you need a good reset, this is my go-to, especially for the year. So it's basically a circle with different categories of your life. So you've got money and finance, career and work, health and fitness, etc. And then as you can see, for each category, you have a scale from 1 to 10. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna mark your satisfaction level at this point for each category. So let's say with money and finance, I feel like I'm at a 7. So I would mark 7 or like color it in, and then you're gonna mark where you wish to be a year from now. So let's say I want to improve my finances and I want to be at a 9. So I would create another mark at 9, and then I would do this for each category. And then the ones where the gap between where you are and where you want to be is the biggest are basically the areas that you really, really want to focus on. So that gives you such like an objective view of your year. I've literally never found a better exercise that gives you that much like clarity, because a lot of the time when you look back on a year, first of all, it can feel so overwhelming. It's such a big stretch of time. You're like, I don't even remember what happened. And also things can get a little jumbled up in here. Like, it's very rare that you see your life very objectively, and it works. And it works with this exercise. So if there's one thing that you do this. And we're gonna come back to this. So this is very important for when you're creating your plan as well. Notion has actually launched their new Notion AI. So that's this little icon here that can actually really, really help you when you're using this template and when you're using Notion in general. So first of all, it acts like a chat box, so you can ask it literally any question. I use this every single day when I'm working, planning my videos, researching, whatever I'm doing. It can also revise your writing and make edits to your docs. So when you're doing your journaling prompts, for example, you can ask it to revise your writing, edit it, or turn it into into like points, whatever you want to do. And then it can also analyze and summarize PDFs and images. So I use that all the time for work, but I feel like it would also be really cool if you're a student. You can also ask it questions about whatever is in your Notion workspace. So with this template, for example, you can ask it to help you find a specific page that you're looking for. Or for example, I have all of my work in Notion. I plan all of my videos in there. So I can literally ask it like, what was the first video I made in July? And it'll tell me, which is like so much quicker and easier than like searching for it. So I love that. The coolest part of this that I feel like would be so amazing if you work in a team or if you're a student is that you can connect your Slack and your Google Docs, and it can literally access information from both of these platforms without you having to leave Notion. And then you can ask it things like, has there been an update regarding XYZ project? That is honestly amazing and so helpful. So that's just a little side note of something new that Notion came out with. As I've said, you can get started with Notion for free, and you can unlock the new Notion AI for only $10 a month. So I'm going to have all of that linked below. Alrighty, let's move on to the actual strategic plan. So let's go back, and then you've got a whole new set of journaling prompts to plot your 2025. This is going to help you so much when you're setting your goals, your habits, when you're deciding what you want 2025 to be about, and like get very clear on that. So I would definitely do that first. So again, same style as before. There's a little over 10 journaling prompts here. So you've got things like, what about 2025 am I bringing into the new year? What are some of the things I can do to stretch myself out of my comfort zone? What would I commit to this upcoming year if I knew that I couldn't fail? That one, chef's kiss. What is one change or one goal that would make the biggest impact for me? This is one of those things that if you only were to commit to this one thing, it would literally change the course of your year or your life. And that is very powerful to know. I love this one. If the next year is a chapter in my life, what's this chapter about? So good. A year from now, what one thing will I be celebrating? Love this one as well, because it's like a sure way. Like, I'm gonna make this happen, obviously. What is the identity I want to take on in this new year to help you with your goals and habits and with who you're becoming? The last two are pretty fun. So like, how can I change my environment to better reflect where I'm going instead of where I've been? And then how can I change the way I show up physically to better reflect where I'm going? I love all of these. This is like a drug to my brain, okay? This gets me so excited. So once you're done with that, we can then actually start creating your plan. So you can write your 2025 theme. This is that question of like, if this year was its own separate chapter, what would this chapter be about? And that's like a simple way to kind of stay focused and consistent. Like having that one word or a short sentence is really, really helpful. And then your one big thing. So this is again what's going to define this year, what you will celebrate at the end of 2025. So you write that here. Again, this really helps you to stay focused, to stay on track. I don't know, for someone who has a very like organized brain, this really helps me to like put it in a nice little box, you know, like this year is about that. 2024 was about XYZ, because life gets complicated, like it gets messy, and it's just nice to have like a tiny itty bitty sense of control. And then this is like just a little cute thing that you can do. You can paste your 2025 quote. This is like a random example. There is a seat waiting for you at the tables you haven't even seen. So this should obviously reflect your theme, your one big thing. And then we can start setting your goals and your habits. I really like to use the 3x3 method, which is basically where you have 3 categories of your life and then you set up to 3 goals for each one. And your goals should be SMART goals. So you can open these instructions, and then down here you have how to set SMART goals. So you can open this, shows you all the steps. So for each goal that you set, you can make sure that it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So for each one, you can go through this list and make sure that it is a very, very good goal, because that's gonna help you so much. You can either do very basic categories like lifestyle, career, finance, or whatever reflects your life. Or what you can do is you can take the 3 categories where that gap in your wheel of life was the biggest and use that as your 3x3 method. So that will help you to really reflect what you want 2025 to be about. And then we can get started. So let's say one of your goals is you want to get into running. Writing, I want to get into running is not a very good goal. It is not very specific. Like, what does that mean? How many times are you going to run? What are your specific goals? Like, do you want to get faster? Do you just want to do it consistently? What does it mean to do it consistently? Like, you don't know any of that. It's a very like wishy-washy goal. So we want to make it specific. Obviously, you need to make sure that it's achievable, that it's realistic for you to do in this year, and then it's relevant to your life and to what you want to create, which is why we spend so much time doing the review and the reset and the plotting journaling prompts. Like, now that should be very, very clear. And then it should be time bound. So I'm going to do the half marathon in September 2025. That is how you do that. One thing that people do very wrong when they're creating their goals and habits for the new year is that they just write a list of like, I want to get into running. I want to start waking up at 7 a.m., blah, blah, blah. It's very like, there's no strategic plan to it, okay? And it hurts my little type A brain. So obviously this whole goal system really helps. And a lot of the time, I don't think we realize, because we get so excited about a new beginning and then we don't realize how hard it actually is to create a new habit, how much time it takes, and how much better you do if you only focus on one at a time. I know when you get excited, you've got a reset, like a new chapter, you just want to change everything at once. But then a lot of the time you give up on it, or like you even forget what you set for yourself after like a few weeks because there's no tangible plan to it. So an amazing thing to do when it comes to your habits, and something that I will do for the first time this year, is to set one habit per quarter. So in January, February, and March, I'm gonna start waking up at 7 a.m. In quarter 2, I'm gonna start doing morning yoga for at least 15 minutes. You can also just set the habit for the first quarter, just focus on that, and then when you're done with that, you set a new one for quarter 2. That way you can make sure that it's the most relevant and authentic to where you are in your life at that point. That is just one way to make sure that you're gonna be a winner. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay, this is so much better than setting 10 billion habits that you're gonna literally forget about. And insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we're gonna change it up this year, and you can follow this strategy because it works. You're welcome. And then you've got your wish list. So these are things that you would like to make happen, but they're not goals. Like, you're not going to take it that seriously to where you're consistently working on it. So let's say that's like, you want to take a road trip to the Alps, or you want to go to an XYZ concert, like stuff like that. It's just like a cute little thing to spice up your year and help you be really happy. And then you're going to create your vision board based on all of this. So you want your vision board to reflect this whole plan that you've laid out for yourself. So you can do this on Canva, for example, and just upload it into here. As I've said, there's going to be a whole video on my channel about how to create a vision board that actually works. I've got lots of tips. Honestly, not enough time to get into it today, but keep your eyes peeled for that. And then last, but certainly not least, you can write a letter to your future self that you can then read at the end of 2025. So this can be whatever you want it to be. You can write it as like a manifestation exercise. So write it as if these things have already happened. And then at the end of the year, you can read that and see what actually came true. You can write words of encouragement. It can be a little love letter to yourself, whatever you want. So you're just gonna write that in here. And that is it, guys. That is your whole 2025 reset, your strategic plan / guide for the new year. I'm honestly so excited to do this myself. I think I'm gonna do it for the next video, but I really wanna hear in the comments what you want your 2025 chapter to be about. And then at the end of the year, you can literally come back and see what you wrote, or we can just give each other some words of encouragement. And I feel like that would be really cute. So I'd love to read that. So make sure to leave it down below and subscribe if you wanna stick around for the New Year, New Me series. And again, you can check out my social media if you wanna connect more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you very soon.